Hi there, this is a question from the 2014 exam 1. It's a very common question that does pop up, and there's a couple of common misunderstandings that go on with this question. So it is, as I say, question 12. The seasonal index for heaters in winter is 1.25. To correct for seasonality, the actual heater sales in winter should be. The reason why we choose to use seasonality is so we can have a comparison of sales of something such as heaters, and we can make a really good comparison compared to other sales throughout the year. So in understanding, sales of heaters in winter is going to be a lot higher than the sale of heaters in summer because no one's going to buy. So we correct for seasonality so we can make a really good comparison of sales to the rest of the year. So in this question, it's a multiple choice and it's asking, is it reducing or increasing? And they've got a range of different percentages there. So let's have a look. So when we correct for seasonality, we have the formula where we've got our value and we can divide it by the seasonal index, which will give us our deseasonalized value. Now in this question, they don't actually give you a value. So they're expecting that you're going to substitute your own value. A good one to use numbers like 1, 10, 100, really easy to work with numbers that you're hopefully not going to get really too long decimal places with. So I'm just going to choose the value of 10. So this question that we're going to make now ourselves is, if we had 10 sales of heaters in the winter, how can we correct for seasonality? Would be the value of 10 divided by our seasonal index, which would give us our deseasonalized value. So our deseasonalized value, if we put this in the calculator, would be 8. Now the question is asking us to have a look at these two values. So we've got our real value of 10 and our deseasonalized value of 8. It's asking, is this an increase or a decrease, and by what percentage? So from this number to that number, it's definitely a decrease. So looking at here, what we can do is we can definitely we can take out B and we can take out D, because those ones are all saying they're increasing. So our value is definitely decreasing. Okay, the next step is to have a look at what percentage has this decreased by. So this has gone down from 10 to 8. It's gone down by a value of 2. So that's the percentage that we're trying to find out. What percentage does 2 represent in comparison to 10? So we could work out that percentage by find it out as a percentage. 2 divided by 10 times 100%, and that gives us a value of 20. So if we can combine these two things here, we have from 10 to 8 decreased the value by 20%, which gives us the answer of 8, reduced by 20%. If we have a look at the assessor's comments, this is question 12. As you can see here, right there, it has a correct answer of the population of 26% answering this correct. If we have a look at these two over here, 30% for C and 32% for D, I'm going to explain how these two answers are common misconceptions, but only 26% of the cohort got this question correct. So if we have a look back at our work, we can really quickly find out why the answers of C and D might be so. So these ones here have 25% listed in them, and one's are reduced and one's an increased. So if we can work out the reasoning why it's 25%, hopefully we can find that common misconception. So if we look at these two values that we started by substituting the value of 10, we got to a value of 8. If we did this calculation, we wanted to find a percentage, this one equals 1.25. So people have gone to the level of identifying a value and substituting it in, but they've worked out the percentage wrong. So this one, if they've done this, is an increase of 1.25. So if they've even gone that and they've seen that it's a decrease, they might have even taken that 0.25 and understood there was a decrease but done this calculation wrong. So that is most likely why 30% said C, 32% said D, but only 26% actually identified the correct solution, knowing that we were trying to find what 2 is a percentage of the original value of 10 because it decreased by 2. Hopefully this one has helped you a little bit, and as I said, this one is a very common question that does pop up.